What is up, everybody? You know who I am. You know what time it is. Yep, Tactical Pineapple's riding out again. Today, I kind of don't know what the fuck we're going to talk about, but we're going to have some fun doing it. So I'm going to do that room, and I'll see you back after that. Alright, guys, so as I told you, I didn't really have anything that I wanted to talk about in specific today, but it is a bit windy, so we'll see if the audio even comes through very well. We may have to scrap this whole thing for today, but I do kind of, in looking around and trying to figure out ideas to talk about today, one thing that kind of stuck out to me was the decline of Joe Biden, right? Obviously, we all knew before the election that Joe wasn't right. Something was off. He was definitely in severe cognitive decline. But even this weekend, it was exacerbated essentially by the single frickin', event that he had. He basically came out, talked, completely negated everything that we know about Joe and what he stood for before, in the fact that, under Obama, he even said that he was not for the raid on bin Laden, and now he's basically taking credit for it. Like, okay, whatever. That's what presidents and vice presidents do, right? They take credit for the shit that the other people did. But fact of the matter is like his ability to speak is gone. Like, you can't ask him a question or he flounders everything. But the reality is if you go to the other side, the vice presidency, and everybody's like, oh well, she's just it's like a Manchurian candidate or whatever the fuck, where he's in charge, but other people are actually pulling the strings, right? Well, I agree with that, but I don't think she is. I don't honestly think that Kamala, however the fuck she wants to pronounce it this week, is actually capable of being the person who's in charge of Joe Biden. I almost am at the point where I'm like, maybe Jill Biden is the actual, holder here. She's the puppeteer. She's been set up to be the person in charge and do what needs to be done. Because, I mean, if she really loved him, if she really cared about her husband, she would be out there going, look, guys, we're exploiting this man. You guys are taking advantage of somebody who is obviously mentally deficient. The guy has absolutely no idea of where he is, what time it is, what day it is, unless he's being prompted to say so. It's becoming more and more prevalent. So, it's even to the point where the media doesn't even allow him to take questions. I'm sure during press conferences where he's standing there and he's saying, hey guys, okay, I'm ready to take questions now. When the media cuts away, like they do, and I'll even throw a couple examples up here of the media straight up just cutting the feed. When Joe Biden says, I'm ready to take questions now, because they don't want him to take questions. They don't want people to see how mentally incompetent this man is.
Thank you. And I'm happy to take questions if that's what I'm supposed to do, Nance, whatever you want me to do.
How absolutely deficient of any brain cells he is. A conspiracy theorist once told me that it can't be a conspiracy if it's proven correct. And all those months ago, when this presidential election was taking place, and everybody was like, Joe Biden is losing his shit. His head isn't in the game. He's lost his marbles. His severe cognitive decline is in process. And everybody's like, it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. He's perfectly fine. His doctors said he's great. His wife says he's the exact same husband he was years ago. Well, fact of the matter is he is not the exact same man he was 2 years ago, much less fucking 6 years ago.
With Russia, for example, in Libya, we should be opening up the passes to be able to go through and provide provide food assistance and vital assistance to a population that's in real trouble. I think I'm going to try very much hard to. It is. And by the way, there's places where I shouldn't be starting off and negotiating in public here, but let me say it this way.
He is 100% in cognitive decline. He should 100% be at home resting. Like, I feel bad for this man, genuinely. Like, I don't like him. I don't ever want to really even shake the guy's hand. I don't respect him at all. But Jesus Christ, I have to fucking feel for the guy. Like, they are parading him around as a puppet, and nobody seems to care. He is literally... I don't even know how to say it. I mean, I think everybody understands. He is literally not there. He is not present. But like I said, Kamala Harris or Kamala, however the fuck she's pronouncing it, is not there either. Like, she is not able to answer questions. She hasn't been able to answer questions since Tulsi Gabbard made her look like a fucking moron on television. And recently, she had the NBC flub too, where, you know, they're like, oh, well, have you been to the border? Well, I don't know where this is coming from. We've been to the border. Well, have you been to the border? Well, I haven't been to blah yet either. Lady, that's not the fucking question. I asked if you've been to the border, and you tried to play it off like you had, but you knew we could fact check it, so you changed it up and said, look, our administration has sent people there. Well, now you've been there. Anyways, because, you know, Trump went, so once Trump goes, now you got to go. But I give her some credit. You know, she at least sort of has a brain compared to Joe Biden. But that doesn't take much. That's literally like comparing a fucking potato to an onion, right? One of them can actually create electricity because of starch and electrolyte conversion. The other one is just going to make you cry. You know, I feel so dirty, man. Like, I don't want these people in office, and I don't want them there so bad that I'm like, man, if we could just declare him incompetent. But then she takes over, and then if she's pulled, then we got Nancy fucking Pelosi, and oh my God, do we not want Gummers fucking McGee in charge of the fucking White House, right? I mean, we don't. Absolutely 100% don't. I'm not being facetious here. She is the last person we want to see bumped into the White House. Now, I do believe that we as an American country can survive the Biden presidency. I believe we can. I dislike all of the, 2-year fucking pandering for the, midterm election that we're getting, because all these fucking rhinos are out here pushing all this legislation that's going to make all these conservatives and gun owners happy, knowing that it's never going to go anywhere. But they pushed it out. They put something out there. So, hey, look, they're with us. Let's re-elect these assholes. Well, I say fuck that. We can't re-elect those assholes. We need to put new people in place. We need to get all those old fucking Republican rhinos who've been in government for 35 years out of there. Ted Cruz included. I mean, I'm nondescript. Every single fucking one of them can go. Honestly, like, we need to get these fucking people out of there. Lifelong politicians are lifelong politicians. We need people in the fucking office, not politicians. People. There's a difference. Look at this. I didn't have a subject to talk about, and here I am fucking ranting and raving, right? Well, it's a good thing this is going to be a fucking rant and rave episode then, because I'm now getting really fucking pissed off. Why? Why as conservatives, why as gun owners do we constantly do this to ourselves? Somebody introduces something to the fucking house, or introduces a bill, puts something up there, and automatically we're like, oh, look at it, let's put them on a pedestal, they're fucking special. They ain't shit. They never were shit. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's a fucking mouthpiece. That's all she is. She got in office because she was different. She got in office because she was fucking put there by Trump. But the fact of the matter is, and she knows this as well, she's putting stuff out there that, although makes everybody happy, it's never going to happen. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt because she has never had the opportunity to actually be in control or actually have any sort of power. But the fact still remains that every single person who's out there supporting these bills, like the ones to ban the ATF or disband the ATF or whatever the fuck it is, the ones that are out there supporting it, they've been in there for years and never done a fucking thing. So now all of a sudden, because one person wrote something up, they're gonna support it. They don't care. It's about getting elected. That's all it is. They know that if they're not steadfast on the Second Amendment, they're not getting reelected. Well, the fact of the matter is we need to tell them that they're not going to get reelected anyways. We need to stop allowing them to just run these fucking people because it's who ran last time, it's who got voted in last time. No, these people need to be fucking taught a lesson. It's time to move away from politicians and get back to the people. We the people have the power to take it over. And god damn it, we the people need to fucking do it. So hey, before I get too fucking overworked, before my blood pressure gets too goddamn high, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, motherfuckers. Like 40% of you watching these videos aren't even subscribed. And I know half of you. So come on. Subscribe to the videos. Hit the notification bell. Keep it 2 wheels down, shiny side up. And as always, folks, carry your pistols. They're coming for them.